So for this one, this is essentially giving you the data type of object. I want you to get comfortable as to look at what the formatting of objects is, and a good way to really understand what an object looks like is really through W3 schools. Type in object, and when you go here, it pretty much shows you what an object looks like. So let's take a look at this one right here. So essentially, if you're looking at this is what the format of an object looks like. And in the question, I'm essentially telling you to recreate the format of an object in this problem right here. So if we go and follow this exact same format, so we're using variable instead of const, so let's do var, right? We're using a variable, and instead of here, they're calling this object called cars, we're calling it Granny Smith. Granny Smith. And we're gonna make this into an object. Object is something that looks like this. We sign it with an equals, and these two, the opening and closing curly brace, and we want to actually type in some kind of key value pair. So key value, key value, key value. So it's something that one equals the other, one equals the other, one equals the other. So we're storing multiple values within this variable right here, cars. But we're using the word Granny Smith right now, and we want to store a bunch of information or data into one variable. And the best way to do that, at least for this problem, is as an object. And in order to do that, we have to follow the exact same format. We have the opening, closing, curly brackets. Then we want to label all these items. So we're saying in here, color of the apple is green. So color, and then we're going to give it the value of green. And these ones are in quotes here because it's a string. Comma. These guys use commas right here. Whenever it's in between an object here, the curly braces, you can see here, they're separated by commas. We don't want to use these semicolons here because that denotes the end, and we're still continuing inside this object. To keep on continuing, we need to use the comma. So we have the comma. I suggest putting each one on its own line instead of all together. It just looks a lot neater and nicer when it looks like this. It's just a formality, small little technical stuff, but it will help you in the long run when you have lots of data. So color, string of green, and this one we're going to say, it says origin location is Australia. So we'll type origin location, and we'll say Australia, comma, because we have more things to add. We'll go to the next line so it looks nice and organized. Then we want to put origin date, and we're assigning this value of 1868. So with a number, you don't need to put quotes around it because this is just the formal, it's like these technical things you need to just remember. Any numbers or doubles, floats, you don't need to put any type of quotations around it. It's only around these strings you need to put these quotations around it. So a date value gets that, just the regular number value. And if we want to console out this entire item, just like what we've done before, all you have to do to console out this entire thing is just call this variable name. Because this variable name here is what contains all of this information. So let's do console.log Granny Smith. There we go. And semicolon right there. Command S. Now let's type node test. And as you can see, you get the exact same output here as to what the information is contained within the object. It says color green, origin location is Australia, origin date 1868. So it still has that exact same formatting. Maybe it looks a little bit, all in one line compared to ours, but still works. There's also another one. Let's see if that helps it. Console.dir, dir. It still gives the exact same format. That's okay. Don't worry too much about the dir and the log. It looks like they both give out the exact same formatting, but you can see here, this is how you set up a object, and this is how I want you to remember with that opening curly bracket and closing curly bracket, and you got all the key value pairs inside here.